peak of his career. Who did not like that?
Is this just...
I'll say it was a hit. Where is the mastermind?
I initially joined the Legal Practice Council as an administrator, a senior administrator, in 2018.
Athi-ke wangena lapho-ke ngaphansi ku-LPC Legal Practice Council ke njengonobhala omkhulu-ke lapho-ke ngomnyaka ka-2018.
I then proceeded to work at the Legal Practice Council from 2018 until I was admitted as an attorney in August 2020.
Uyasho kwenza ukuthi nawuqala usebenza uqala-ke ngomnyaka ka-2018 lapho-ke waze bamvuma njengommeli-ke ngomnyaka ka-2020 ngo-August.
After my admission, I proceeded to work at the Legal Practice Council as a senior administrator.
Athi ngemuva ukuthi bamvumeke njengommeli waqhubeka khona njalo ke sebenza lapho njengonobhala omkhulu lapho-ke e-Legal Practice Council.
I then got a promotion November last year, which was 2024, to be a legal officer at the Record Section Professional Affairs Department.
Uyasho khona njalo ukuthi masekuphela-ke ngaphambi kuphele-ke umnyaka lo uphelile wathola-ke lapho yena-ke mhlawumbe bamkhuphukisa ngokwesikhundla sakhe-ke lapho-ke ngaphansi kwe-Legal Operations Officer no-Professional Officer Affairs.
Now, from your position as the administrator in September 2018, was there another rank that you occupied before you were admitted?
Before the admission and senior administrator, I was initially employed as an administrator.
Yes.
And then the following year, from 2018, I was an administrator. 2019, that's when I got the title to be a senior administrator at the Legal Practice Council.
Athi-ke ngaphambi koSeptember ka-2018 kade yasebenza lapho-ke njengonobhala-ke bese ngemuva komnyaka ka-2019 bese bamkhuphukisa ngokwesikhundla sakhe-ke bamenza-ke unobhala omkhulu.
And as an administrator and senior admin officer, what did your duties entail?
My duties were in line with processing compliance in terms of the attorneys and the advocates, which entailed that I needed to assist attorneys in obtaining fidelity fund certificates.
This is more than a murder trial. It's a national obsession. The unsolved killing of football icon Senzo Meyiwa. And now the story takes a dramatic turn. The man who confessed to the crime says he was pressured. The lawyer who represented him may not have been legally certified. And the consequences potentially devastating. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Tea Game. I am your host, Mrs. Independent, aka I am not a lawyer, but we are going to dissect and break it down, happening as they happen in the court of Judge Rata in the Pretoria High Court. So, yesterday, in what we can only describe as a thrilling episode of, let's call it, as the Bar Council turns, the prosecutor, Advocate Baloyi, even the stickler for procedural flair, decided to grace the courtroom with LPC representative, yes, a whole human being, just to confirm the obvious. And the mission? To validate the admission of Advocate Mujiako, because why? The plot twist. It turned out that his fidelity certificate, the holy grain of legal credibility, was a duplicate. Oh no, not a forged certificate, not an expired one, a duplicate. What a scandal. But first, let's look at Advocate Mujiako timeline according to LPC letter that shows his admission, his confession and conversion, and representing Bongani Ntanzi. Let's have a look at this. So as you can see, 26 March 2012 admitted as an attorney, 6 July 2020 converted to an advocate practicing as a non-trust account, 6 July 2021 converted to a referral advocate. I have never seen so many corrections in one case, from PDF to Excel to duplicate to 2 cases in one murder, from revolver to pistol to excluding to inconclusive. The list is endless. Context is key. Let's clarify and connect the dots.
Sambo, on the information content in this paragraph.
The paragraph 32 was addressed the issue that the Fidelity Fund certificate number that was issued to Mr. Mjiako was a duplicate of another Fidelity Fund certificate that belonged to a different practitioner than him.
So let's talk about credentials or lack thereof. To practice law in South Africa, you need a Fidelity Fund Certificate, FFC. Think of it as a license to practice. Without it, you are not a lawyer in the eyes of the law. So, according to the Legal Practice Council, LPC, this was a bona fide mistake, they call it. They said their system issued duplicate certificates by accident, a technical glitch, they claim. It was an honest mistake, okay? But even more damning is Mrs. Schulz confronted Mjiako, accusing him of fraudulently using her certificate number. That was months earlier, and the LPC says they corrected and gave Mr. Mjiako a new certificate. And just when you thought that the drama was over, the LPC heroically swooped in Mr. Sambo himself to reveal that a shiny new FFC number had been issued, wait for it, in December 2024. Yes, that's right. We are time traveling now.
On Exhibit YY5,
A complaint has been lodged with the LPC against me by Ms. Schultz, basically alleging that the above FFC was issued to her and therefore accusing me of fraudulently presenting it as mine. I am not sure how this could possibly be the case, and I humbly request your assistance to have this issue clarified. Please find attached copies of Ms. Gall's complaint, my response thereto, the FFC in question, and other relevant documents. Unfortunately, I was unable to find the link used when I applied for the 2020 FFC. Thanking you in advance for your assistance herein. Kind regards, D. Dokolzo Mjiako, Advocate of the High Court, member of the Johannesburg Society of Advocates. The number that then appeared on the system for Mr. Mjiako at the time after the correction, if I can just go to exhibit. The number then reflected as FFC 13911/2020 with the same issue date, which is the 24th of February 2020.
athi ngelapho-ke inombolo zami nomngane Mjiako kade kuzona-ke eqondile njengommeli lapho kade ku-FFC 13911/2020-ke lapho-ke bese bamnikaza kule nombolo ezingelanga lange-24 zakaFebruwari ngomnyaka ka-2020.
yes, you're reading from Exhibit.
I would exhibit YY2, and then the I think it's exhibit Y7. I'm not sure if you have this document.
Yes.
athi kade
You're reading from Exhibit.
I would exhibit YY2, and then the I think it's exhibit Y7. I'm not sure if you have this document.
Yes.
athi kade ukuthi ufunde kuphi-ke lokho kade ngaphansi kombukiso ka-YY2 kepha-ke khona-ke lapha-ke babhala ukuthi YY7 wesikhombisa-ke athi akanaso isiqiniseko ukuthi ngabe umshushiso unawo yini lobukiso ka-exhibit YY7,
which is a Fidelity Fund certificate bearing the names of Dominic Dokozo Mjiako, which shows the Fidelity Fund number as FFC 13911/2020.
athi-ke lapho-ke i-fidelity fund certificate kamnumzana-ke lapho-ke uMntokozo Mjiyako ngoba khona amagama akhe lapho uDominic Ntokozo Mjiyako-ke kepha-ke izinombolo-ke wazithola-ke ngomnyaka ka-2020 ngesikhathi kade ekuthola le ncwadi mhlawumbe le certificate lesi.
So in other words, what is exhibit YY7?
YY7 is the Fidelity Fund certificate, the, if I can coin the word, corrected Fidelity Fund certificate, which after consultations and engagements with the system developers at the Fidelity Fund, they then corrected the number from FFC 04415/2020 to that of FFC 13911/2020.
Athi lapho
Finally, exhibit YY6. Can you just identify?
This is a letter dated 10 December 2024, addressed to Advocate Dominic Ntokozo Mjiyako, which quotes his email address and then states, Dear Advocate Mjiyako, to whom it may concern, I hereby confirm that according to the records held by the Legal Practice Council, Advocate Dominic Ntokozo Mjiyako was admitted as an attorney by the Gauteng Division, Pretoria of the High Court of South Africa on 26 March 2012. He was granted permission by the Legal Practice Council to convert his enrollment as an attorney to that of an advocate practicing without a trust account on the 6th of July 2021. Advocate Dominic Ntokozo Mjiyako was in possession of a Fidelity Fund certificate for the year 2020 due to a bona fide technical error on the FFC portal. The certificate number was a duplicate, open brackets FFC 4415/2020, and the error has been rectified. His Fidelity Fund certificate number is open brackets FFC 13911/2020 close brackets. The letter was signed by me, which also shows my name, Mr. K.S. Sambo, Legal Officer, Professional Affairs Department.
The murder happened in 2014, the confession came in 2020, and the certificate validating the man who oversaw it that only arrived in 2024. Justice is a timeline, and this one is off script. If a murder confession hinges on a certificate issued 4 years too late, what exactly are we certifying? The truth or the cover-up, maybe? Also, they say allegedly. Until the next one, remember to subscribe, like, share, and please comment on the comment section. I would like to know your thoughts. Until the next one, bye.